Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football and welcome to the Match Day 9 deadline stream. We are here for Match Day 9. I hope you guys can hear me. Yep, you can definitely hear me. So how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. It's Match Day 9, guys. Champions League quarterfinals here. The biggest stage. Match Day 9. I can already see most of you here. How are you? Ray, nice seeing you again. I saw you yesterday commenting in the chats. 13 hours. Manish, got Jota, De Bruyne, good move. Plus, so I have my team on screen. How are you, Tapa? By the way, I have this is my team at the moment. I still have 2 transfers to make, which I'm definitely going to make after I see the team news. Depends on who is playing and who is not playing. So without wasting any more time, let's get to it. Let me know. I've also put a poll in the chat asking which player are you captaining today, not specific player, but from which team. Are you captaining a Man City player, the likes of De Bruyne? Maybe a Cancelo or something. Are you captaining a Liverpool player, the likes of Salah, Mane? Are you captaining a Benfica player, maybe a Nunes or something? Or are you actually captaining an Atletico Madrid player, Griezmann? I don't know, maybe one of the defenders, maybe Ronaldo. Depends on what you are thinking of doing. So let me show you how my team is looking at the moment and what transfers I made. So let's go through it. In goal, I've still not decided whether I'm going to get a goalkeeper in or not. So I do have Rulli. Rulli did come in for Donnarumma, but I still have Ulreich, who's definitely not going to play. So I could just decide to go for a cheaper goalkeeper like a Vlacho from today, Benfica's game, put him in, and then Rulli tomorrow. And then I'll only have 1 transfer remaining, probably take out Jesus for whoever starts up front. That's the first option. The second option is basically not going with a second goalkeeper, just waiting for Rulli tomorrow. That would allow me to get in a midfielder and a striker from Bayern and Liverpool, whoever starts, or even from Man City. So I think I'll probably go with the second option. In defense at the moment, I do have Cancelo, Laporte, Rudiger, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, Moreno on the bench. So Cancelo is playing today, Laporte is playing today. I'm expecting both of them to start. Rudiger will be in action tomorrow and Trent will be in action today. So waiting for the team news to see which players start, to see what, if, for example, if Trent doesn't start because he didn't start against Watford the other day, he was recovering from a hamstring injury. If he doesn't start, I could decide to go for like a Robertson or something. In midfield, I do have Salah, Bernardo Silva, Sane, Havertz, and Jorginho. Salah will be my captain today unless he doesn't start. Bernardo Silva didn't start over the weekend, so I'm expecting him to start today. Sane against Villarreal, always a good option, always a safe option to go for Bayern players in the Champions League. Havertz at right wing. playing tomorrow against Real Madrid, and Jorginho also on the bench. So the other option is to probably take out Jorginho for a midfielder from today, depends on who starts. And then up front, I do have Lewandowski, Jesus, and Vinicius. So those are the three players up front. Lewandowski playing tomorrow, Jesus playing later on today. I really don't think he'll start. So I'm thinking of taking out Jesus probably for one of the Liverpool players somewhere, or probably getting someone like a Muller in, because I did a video talking about the differentials and Muller was part of it. I really like Muller. He usually plays 90 minutes in the Champions League and not many people actually own him. So I could end up taking Jesus out for Muller, but that will need me to get money elsewhere. And that means either downgrading someone like a Jorginho to a cheaper midfielder or doing something like that, depending on who starts. I could end up also getting another Man City player, maybe Foden or De Bruyne or something like that. But let's wait for the team news, which I'm expecting to be out in the next 15 to 20 minutes. But that is how my team is looking at the moment. Let me know how your team is looking. So Manish said he got Jota, De Bruyne. So you have a Liverpool player, you have a Man City player. Personally, I would have waited for the team news to see whether Jota would start, because Diaz is there. Mane didn't start the other day, so I'm waiting for the team news to confirm that. Ray says Silva, Ederson, Cancelo, Alcantara, Nunes in. So that is we've gotten a Benfica player in, you've gotten Man City players in, a lot of Man City players. So you've made all 5 transfers. All of you didn't wait. For me, I just prefer waiting. I made 3 transfers so far. The first one for me was I brought in Rulli for Donnarumma. I also brought in Vinicius for Halle, who got eliminated, and I also brought in Cancelo back for Mazraoui. So those are the 3 transfers I've made, taking out the Ajax players and the PSG player. And then right now I do have 4 City players. One of them will probably go out, Jesus. I do have 2 Liverpool players. I do have 3 Bayern players in this team, but one of them will definitely not going to start. I only have 1 Real Madrid player. I have 3 Chelsea players. So if Chelsea are playing today against Real Madrid, I would maybe go for a Real Madrid player, but I really want to double down on Man City, Liverpool, and Bayern players. I want to go full on them, because next week, Liverpool play at home against Benfica. Lewandowski is at home against Villarreal and the rest of the Bayern team. So I think they'll do well today and next week as well. So I'm not sure how Real Madrid and Chelsea are going to do. It could end up 0-0 tomorrow, and then the next leg 1-1, and then I have Benzema, Vinicius, and then it's just a mess. So hopefully I don't even have to use the players on my bench, the likes of Vinicius tomorrow. If everyone delivers, then I'm good to go. So let's go to the transfers page as we wait for the team news to come out. Any questions you have, send them in. I also have 1.2 million in the bank, which definitely helps a lot. So Ray has gone heavy on the Man City defense, Ederson and Cancelo. I do think Atletico Madrid will score. I do think they'll score in both games, actually. I think maybe today could be like a 3-1 to Man City, and the next time like a 1-1, something like that. And so my predictions, let me quickly do my predictions for these matches. I think Man City will beat Atletico Madrid 3-1 today. I think Liverpool will probably get a 2-1 win against Benfica, so I think they'll concede as well. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go for Chelsea 1, Real Madrid 1, a draw there, so both teams to score again. And then I expect Villarreal to score as well in both games. Danjuma is a guy I'm looking at as well. I'm going to go for Bayern 3-1 there. And then second leg, I can see Bayern going through. I can see Real Madrid going through. I can see Liverpool going through and Manchester City going through. So those are my predictions. I'm not expecting any clean sheets at all. Funny, because I'm playing with a back 4, but hopefully if one of them doesn't deliver, 2 of them don't deliver, I can just easily bring in Vinicius. Jorginho, I'm worried about, obviously. I'm also worried about Jesus and Ulrich, obviously. So I don't know if I need 2 goalkeepers. I don't know which would be the better offer for me or for you. Like, would you rather bring in a striker or a midfielder, or bring in a second goalkeeper? Because at the moment, I only have really 1 goalkeeper. Throughout the Champions League, all the 8 match weeks so far, match days, I've had 2 goalkeepers, and most of you have had 2 goalkeepers as well. So the problem is, as I said, I don't expect any clean sheets. If I bring in like a Vlacho for Ulrich and then he ends up getting 1 point, and then Rulli tomorrow gets 4 points, it will feel like a wasted transfer, to be honest. So Mahrez, I'm looking at Mahrez for sure from Manchester City. I'm looking at De Bruyne as well. From Atletico Madrid, I'm looking at Ronaldo, the defender. From Benfica, I'm looking at Vlacho, the goalkeeper. Liverpool. I'm waiting to see who's going to start between Jota and Diaz. For tomorrow, Chelsea, Real Madrid. The problem is the game is tomorrow, so I really can't do much about that. I'm focusing on today's games. Mola, though, Mola could still end up coming into my team, and I'd go 3 strikers from Bayern Munich, 3 forward players, Lewandowski, Mola, and Sane, which is a bit risky. Ezra, how are you, man? Nice seeing you. Thank you for all the comments you usually put on the videos. Hi, what's up, Glenn? I'm doing good. Hope you're good. I am good. Obviously my team lost badly yesterday in the Premier League. So apart from that, I'm good. Champions League is here, quarterfinal is here. Lots of games to enjoy. Man City, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, Liverpool. Tomorrow, 2 more games, and then we don't have to wait 3 or 4 weeks for the other games. We literally wait until next week, and then the second legs come up again. So really exciting time for the Champions League. And then after that, we already know about the semi-finals. So we know Liverpool could end up facing Bayern, Chelsea against Man City, potentially Real Madrid against Man City. All depends. So that is how my team is looking like. If I take out Ulrich and bring in the Benfica goalkeeper, let me just look for Vlacho. It's going to cost me 5.4 million. I would have 0.3 million to get someone in. Now, that 0.3 million I've already tried before. It will allow me to get Diaz right, like exact money. Like not exact money, but it will allow me to get Diaz in 8.1. I'll have 1 million remaining in the bank. So I'd have Diaz, Lewandowski, Salah, Bernardo Silva, Sane, Awas. That would look very good. But that is if Diaz starts. The one I would really want is Mola. Where is Mola? The third highest scoring striker. I would want Mola into my team, but I would be short 0.7 million. So if I bring back Ulrich and look for that I'd have how much should I have? So yeah, the only option of getting Mola, if I get Mola in, I'd have to go with one goalkeeper. That is the first option. The second option is to get Diaz in if he starts for Liverpool and also get a second playing goalkeeper, Vlacho, for today's game. There's also another option. I could go for whoever starts from Liverpool, like a Jota or anyone else. I could decide to go for Ronaldo in defensive, Laporte or Cancelo don't start today. So a lot I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at a lot at the moment. I think you need to get rid of your forward and focus more on defense and midfielders. I still have 2 transfers to go. Do you think it's worth it to get another goalkeeper? At the moment, I only have Rulli. Do you think it's worth it getting another goalkeeper from today? Because I don't think any team will keep a clean sheet. Mola is a really good option. I know you're saying focus on the defense, but I feel like I already have the main defenders: Trent, Rudiger, Laporte, Cancelo. The only one I'm looking at is Ronaldo because of the recovery points. But apart from that, I can't go 3 City defenders. I don't want to go 2 Chelsea defenders because I know Real Madrid will score. Maybe Robertson could be the only other option from Liverpool. That will mean I have to take out Moreno and downgrade one of the strikers again. So a lot of options. Like do Benzema, Lewandowski, and a cheap. I already have Vinicius, so I wouldn't. Probably won't need to bring in Benzema as well and go double Real Madrid striking. And for mid, go for Mahrez and goalkeeper Ederson, Alisson. I've definitely looked at Mahrez. So let's reset this. Let's look for Mahrez. So we can't take out Salah, can't take out Bernardo Silva, can't take out Sane. I can't take out Bernardo Silva if he doesn't start, obviously. Let's try taking out Jorginho and bringing in Mahrez. Let's go to midfielders. Mahrez, I know Mahrez is a very good player to own. Like I owned in the entire group stage, but I'll be short by 1.7 million. If I go for Mahrez, I'll be 1.7 million short. And I'd have to take out Jesus out. And then is there any striker who's 7.1 million? 7.1 million striker. I probably would not find anyone around that price at all. How much is Nunes again? How much is Darwin Nunes? Is 7.7. I'll still be 0.6 short. So that is definitely not possible. I don't think it's possible to bring in Mahrez unless Bernardo Silva doesn't start and Mahrez starts instead. Then I could take out Bernardo Silva and then bring in Riyad Mahrez. And then I'd only need 0.8 million from Sama, which you can probably get. But for the defenders, I feel like I have all the defenders unless I go for Ronaldo. Let me try and check out Moreno. I think they'll definitely not get anything tomorrow. I think they'll be eliminated. Let's go for the Atletico Madrid defenders. Ronaldo Mandava is 5.7 million. I'd need 0.3 million from Samuel. So it all depends who starts and who doesn't start. I could take out Jorginho. And how much is Danjuma at the moment? Danjuma. These are so many options, by the way. So many options, so many other things to 7.2 million. I still can't afford Danjuma. Kapu, I can afford Kapu though, but against Bayern, I'm expecting him to pick up a yellow card, maybe even a red card, but he does well. Like he scored a few goals this season and a few assists. So there's like 4 or 5 options I have to choose from, but depends on who starts for the Man City boys. See, I think City will keep clean sheet. I'm confident. Wow, against Atletico, yeah, there's a chance. Obviously, Atletico Madrid only scored 2 goals against Man United in 2 games. There is a chance for that. But, man, City don't have Diaz. I mean, Cancelo just recovered recently, like a week ago. All depends. Savic. So let's go back to Atletico Madrid. Let's see. I do think Reynaldo is a better defender than Savic. Ezra, I do think Ronaldo is better because of the recovery points. He gets a lot of recovery points. So even if City scored 3 goals, he has the potential of getting 4 or 5 goals. How much is Savage? Clubs. It's 4.5 million. It's very cheap, but I don't know if it's worth it really, because as you said, City, you expect City to win the game. And he's only picked up 23 ball recoveries this season, and Ronaldo has more than 50. He has more than 50. Yeah, 59 ball recoveries this season. That's more than double him. So I think he's the best defender from Atletico Madrid, Ronaldo. They signed him from Lille at the beginning, January. They signed him in January. But yeah, it's cheap. If I'm looking for a budget, it's cheap, but I'm not looking for a budget in defense at the moment. I can't take out Cancelo, Laporte, Rudiger, or Trent. So maybe I rushed my 3rd substitution. Maybe I brought in. Obviously Cancelo had to be in my team, but maybe if rushed the first 2 subs, maybe I would have stayed with Mazzari for another 2 weeks to see this week how it should go this week. So let's just check if there's any team news that has come out yet. But I'm definitely looking at getting in maybe another Bayern player, maybe another City player for Jesus, or maybe another Liverpool player, Diaz, if he starts. All depends. Yeah, it's very cheap. Yeah, 4.5 million. Mandava is great. Let's see if City have put out their team news yet. Thank you for joining, everyone, by the way, Ezra, Manish, Ray so far. Let's see Manchester City. There's a lot of options. Danjuma, I did mention him in the differential video. I think is great. City have actually put out the team news 2 seconds ago, right on time. Sterling starts. Obviously, Jesus doesn't start. He didn't expect him to start. Sterling, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Rodrigo, Cancelo, Ake, Laporte, Stones, Ederson. Now, that defense does not fill me up with excitement. I think they'll score. Atletico Madrid is that defense. I think they'll score. So that is the City team news. They have Ederson in goal, Stones, Laporte, Ake, Cancelo, Rodrigo, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, De Bruyne, and Sterling. I can type that in. I can have it scrolling down the bottom. Man City team. Ederson starts. Cancelo starting at left back. Ake, Laporte is starting on the right side of the defense. So the center back Stones, Rodrigo. They also have Gundogan is an interesting option. I think it's 7 point something million. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez. Now, there's a time Atletico are really conceding a lot of goals around January and February. Recently, they've been okay. But yeah, I can see City getting 3 goals. So I might need another City player. Sterling, I think I love Sterling as an option. So that is City's team news. Scrolling down the bottom right now. They also have Jesus on the bench, Fernandinho, Zinchenko, Grealish, Foden. Foden is on the bench. So I know a lot of people had asked me getting Foden into your team. I'm happy I didn't. He's not starting. Now is the City team news. Let's check Atletico Madrid if they've put it out yet. Yep, they have. Atletico Madrid have the back 5 as usual. Felipe, Savic, Ronaldo, Lodi. the other right back man. His name is so hard to say. I think it's like Rashklo or something. Llorente, Kondogbia, Koke, Griezmann, Felix. I think they'll actually score a goal. If I'm not wrong, I think they'll actually score. Let me type in Atletico Madrid team news. How many of you have Atletico Madrid players in your team? I think City will definitely have a lot of the ball and attack a lot, being at home especially. So I expect the likes of Ronaldo to get a few points in terms of recovery points. Oblak is starting. Lodi, Ronaldo. Yeah, Felipe, Savage. We have I can't say his name. It's VRS. That's such a hard name to pronounce. I've never known how to pronounce it. VRSA, JKO. In midfield, they have Kondogbia. Kondogbia. They have Llorente. They also have Koke, the captain. They have Griezmann. I'm so shocked, like Suarez literally went there, he never plays one game, not even one. Atletico Madrid team. Atletico Madrid team. Now I'd have an idea of which players to bring in. Atletico Madrid. So we have the City team news and the Atletico Madrid team news in full, scrolling down the bottom. Let's now confirm Liverpool and Benfica. Which players do Liverpool and Benfica have? Liverpool. Let's see whether Diaz starts, whether Jota starts. Yeah, they've just put out their team news. Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Keita, Thiago, Mane. Diaz is starting. Salah and Mane. Okay, so Diaz starts. On the bench, Jota, Tsimikas, Matip, Elliott. That's why I told Ray early on. I think bringing in Jota he was a bit too early. They have Firmino on the bench, Gomez. I don't know how long Diaz will play, but I'm tempted to go for him instead of Gabriel Jesus in that position. I think that is a transfer I'm going to make. Let's do the Liverpool team. Liverpool team. I don't think many of you have Benfica players. Alisson starts, Trent, Mate, Van Dijk starts as well. Robertson starts as well. Fabinho, Keita, Thiago. He could get an assist somewhere, obviously. Mane starts as well. Diaz starts and Salah starts. I don't know if it's advisable to go for both Salah and Diaz in my team, but Diaz is very cheap. I can definitely afford him. So really, really tempted to go for him. Let's check the Benfica team. Who starts for Benfica? I did give Nunes as an option in the differential video. Have they put out their team news yet, Benfica? Let's see. I think they have. Ezra says the lineups are up. Yep, they are. Benfica's is not out yet. Benfica is the only team that has not put out their lineup. Yeah, but all the other teams have. So I think you have a clear idea, though. I know the likes of Nunes will start. So we have the Liverpool team, we have the Atletico Madrid team, the Man City team. Just put it in one. Put it in one. That is the Liverpool team. So yeah, that is the full team. Now I have an idea of what I'll do. Man City, Ederson, Cancelo, Ake, Laporte, Stones, Rodrigo, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, De Bruyne, and Sterling. For Atletico Madrid, they are playing with the back five, their usual back five. So that means they have Oblak, Lodi, Ronaldo, Felipe, Savage, Shaklo. I've never known how to say his name. Kondogbia, Llorente, Koke, Griezmann, and Felix up front. Very, very interesting. Liverpool, Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk. They have Robertson. Trent is starting after his injury finally. Fabinho, Keita, and Thiago in midfield. Mane, Diaz, and Salah. Interestingly, whenever Salah is not on the pitch, Fabinho is the penalty taker. So let me just check how much Fabinho is. I've never actually bothered to check how much he is, but he usually scores goals. I think he scored like more than 5 goals this season. Fabinho. He's 5.6, very, very cheap. He's a guy I would consider bringing in the next game, like when they play at home to Benfica. I do like Fabinho as an option. He gets forward for corners, he takes some penalties when Salah is not on the pitch. So I definitely do like him. So with that said, Jesus is not starting, so it's very easy to take him out. I would have wanted to bring in Muller, but I want to go for 2 Liverpool forward players. So Diaz. Let me check how much Diaz is. 8.1. I'll have 1.9 million remaining. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can do anything with 1.9 million, but the question is, what should I do with 1.9 million? What did you guys do with the 1.9 million I have remaining? De Bruyne, maybe. Let's check. I don't want to go without any Chelsea player at all. Maybe Jorginho for someone else. Let's check. Let's check Man City. Let's check Man City again. Let's go to Manchester City midfielders. So Mahrez is starting 9.6. Not possible. 8.6. Foden is not playing. Sterling is way too expensive. Gundogan is an option. I'm tempted to go for a very massive differential, Gundogan. I can definitely go for Gundogan instead of Jorginho. I can go for Danjuma instead of Jorginho. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll actually type it in. Who should I bring in? Who should I bring in for Jorginho? First option is Gundogan, Danjuma, or who else can I bring in for that price? Liverpool, no. Bayern, no. I don't think there's any midfielder around that. I could obviously take out Havertz and bring in like a De Bruyne. I think it's a bit. It's going to hurt me a bit not going for De Bruyne, obviously. I think I definitely need another City attacker. I think I definitely need another one. I think if I don't go for one, Saha, how are you, man? Who should I captain? Mahrez or Jota? Jota is not playing. So Mahrez, Jota is not playing. Jota is not in the starting lineup. The starting lineups are scrolling down the bottom. So Mahrez, obviously, Mahrez 100%. That's why I kept 2 transfers in the bank just to wait for this week to see who's going to start. And now I have the option of bringing in Diaz instead of Jota. So I'm definitely happy with that. So Mahrez is very, very easy option, Salah. Who should I bring in for Jorginho, Gundogan, or Danjuma? So let me make this fast transfer here. Diaz for Jesus. Let's complete that. So now I have 1 transfer remaining. I do have 1 transfer remaining. Salah starts, Cancelo, Laporte, Bernardo Silva. I have 6 players starting today. So I still have the option of bringing in another goalkeeper, by the way. I have the option of bringing in another goalkeeper if I wanted to. I could also bring in. Sarah says, thanks for telling me. Didn't check the news. Came here to check. No problem, man. So yeah, the team is scrolling down the bottom. The only surprise is I didn't expect Jota to start because it started the other day. Mane didn't, Diaz didn't. So I did expect Diaz to start today. And he's only 8.1 million, so I brought him in. Maybe that I'll captain Salah, obviously, because he's taking the penalties and everything. Hopefully, Diaz can get a return. Now, I have 1.9 million, but what to do with this? You also have the option of taking out Moreno for like a Ronaldo. And Ronaldo is starting today. Should I do that? I think that is also a good option. So it's going to be so hard. Let me remove this comment. Let me type this. Let me choose one option. We are here to help each other out, so I'm also here for your help. Choose one option. Bring in a second goalkeeper. Second goalkeeper, or bring in Gundogan for Danjuma, or bring in Ronaldo for Moreno. If you're just joining, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Sina, how are you, man? Sina says, what should I do with Alonso and Musiala? I have 4 eliminations. You've not made any transfers at all. Let me know how many transfers you have remaining. I wouldn't skip Alonso. I think there are better options, though. I think there are definitely better options. Depending on which players you have, let me know how your defense is looking like. Just feel free to type it in which defenders you have, the 5 defenders you have in your team. If you don't have any other Chelsea defender, go for, I think Reece James could start. I don't have Reece James, but I can afford him, but I already had Rudiger, so I can check out Rudiger for James. So if you didn't have any Chelsea defenders, you could go for James instead of Alonso. I think he would be a better option. I can see Alonso picking up a yellow card as well for some reason. Musiala. I think Bayern will concede, so you could check out Musiala for a playing defender today. I think Ronaldo is a good option in terms of recovery points. Hopefully, City don't score 6 goals or anything. Bring a second goalkeeper, bring Gundogan for Danjuma, bring Ronaldo for Moreno. What should I do? I also have questions for you guys. I have 1 transfer remaining. 1 transfer, 3 options. Take out Ulrich for another goalkeeper. Take out Moreno for Ronaldo, or Robertson maybe. Or take out Jorginho for a Gundogan. I can't afford Mars and I can't afford De Bruyne, unfortunately. Unless I take out Havertz. That's the only way I can afford De Bruyne. Hopefully it won't bite me. Hopefully it won't come back to bite me. I'm not sure Bernardo Silva, having only Bernardo Silva is enough. Sina says I have Lacho, Becker, Laporte, Cancelo, Alonso, Rudiger, Mazraoui. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 goalkeepers, 5 defenders, Vlacho and Alisson. So you have goalkeepers playing on the same day. A bit of that sucks a bit, having the goalkeepers playing on the same day. You have Laporte, Cancelo, and keep them. They're both starting, no problem. Alonso, Rudiger, Mazraoui. So you already have a Chelsea defender. You need to take out Mazraoui. So if you still have all the transfers, you need to sort out the eliminations fast. If you don't have any spare transfers, just keep Alonso and take out the likes of Mazraoui. But if you have spare transfers, you can change Alonso to someone else. But deal with the likes of Mazraoui first. I can see you have Chelsea, Man City defenders. If you want, you could go for Ronaldo. I was just checking his stats. I always talk about him in terms of a defender. He picks up a lot of recovery points. So you can see he's picked up 47 points this season. There's a week he got 10 points. Be it he was in a different team, but 7 points here. He's kept 4 clean sheets this season. He's also had 59 ball recovery, which has earned him 18 points. So Ronaldo could be an option for Mazraoui. I think you have enough City defenders. Coman, Musiala, Bruno, Danjuma, and Mars. Mars, great. Danjuma, great. Coman, great. Bruno. Are you talking about Bruno Fernandes? Is that Bruno Fernandes? No way. So you said you have 4 eliminations. I'm guessing that is Mazraoui, Anthony, and Bruno. I can only find 3 eliminations in your team. Yeah, up front here. Oh, you have Messi. How can I forget Messi? Messi obviously went out. So I'd deal with Messi first, deal with Anthony second, deal with Mazraoui and also deal with Bruno. That's a lot of money, by the way, for Bruno and Messi. I'd probably bring in Lewandowski. Please do that, Sina. You need Lewandowski in your team. Bring in Lewandowski for Messi. You could bring in a cheaper striker, maybe a Diaz. I've gone for Diaz myself. You could bring in for Anthony. In terms of defense, Mazraoui, I'd go for like a Reynaldo or a Reece James if you want double Chelsea defense. And also Bruno Fernandes, you also need Salah. No way, Cena. No way you can go into this match week without Cena. No, you can go into this match week without Cena. You can go without yourself in this match. But you can't go without both Salah and Lewandowski. That is suicidal. That is absolutely suicidal. We need to get both of them in right now. So before you even go any further, just get in Lewandowski and Salah, and then the other three transfers you could do something different. I am back. No problem, Ray. Absolutely no problem. So yeah, Cena, deal with that. That you have a lot of money in terms of Messi and Bruno. Ray says got in Diaz, Silva, Weigl, Cancelo, and Ederson. 3 City players, all good. Diaz and Weigl. I think that no problem at all with that. No problem with that. Hopefully you have the likes of Salah already, Lewandowski already. Hopefully you have the likes of hopefully you have maybe a Chelsea defender somewhere already. At least a Real Madrid player. I want to go with Mazraoui to Van Dijk. You don't have you don't have any Liverpool defender apart from the goalkeeper. That is fine. That is a good differential. Van Dijk can always get goals from a corner. He also gets a few recovery points. Messi to Benzema, again, no problem. Depends on what you want to go for. You already have Muller, so Muller could help you out with Lewandowski. But I think if you're not bringing in Lewandowski, you have to bring in Salah. If you're not bringing in Lewandowski, you have to bring in Salah. I think it's a bit too risky to go without both of them. If you bring in Benzema instead of Lewandowski, that is fine. But at least bring in Salah, because just check Salah. Salah at the moment is owned by 44%. And today, from that 44%, a lot of people will captain him. So if he gets like 2 goals today and you don't even have him in your team at all, it's going to be a huge loss unless your other captain delivers. And for Lewandowski is owned by more than that, I'm pretty sure. How much is he owned by right now? He's owned by 51%. So going without both Lewandowski and Salah is a bit different. So no problem, Mazraoui to Van Dijk at all. Messi to Benzema, no problem. Bruno to De Bruyne. De Bruyne is not a bad option, obviously. Anthony to Lewandowski. So, hey, if you're doing that, if you have enough money to do that sounds good, man. Go for it, Cena. So you still have one transfer to make after that. Mazraoui to Van Dijk, Messi to Benzema, Bruno to De Bruyne, Anthony to Lewandowski. That sounds good. That is okay. As long as you have Lewandowski, even if you don't have Salah, it's okay. But as long as you have Lewandowski. And also, maybe for your fifth player, you need someone from a Liverpool midfield. You can go for someone different. Fabinho sometimes is on penalties when Salah is not on the pitch, so you could always go for him if you want to. I also think it's a bit risky not going for any forward Liverpool players, because I think they'll get at least 2 goals today. How about Musiala to Kante? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all. Kante, sometimes he gets to the match day, he's injured. You never know. He won't get you the goals. Yes, he does get recovery points, but if you're going for a midfield around that price, I'd go for like a Danjuma or someone. You have a bit of spare cash. Salah says Captain Salah, Bernardo Silva, Salah all day long. I'm never falling to that trap again. I hope you meant Bernardo Silva. I'm never falling into that trap again of captaining the likes of Bernardo Silva in FPL and Champions League fantasy when the likes of Salah in action. It's a huge trap. You can check my previous team on your league. I'm 21st place, chicken wingers. I can do that for you, Ray. I can do that for you. That is leagues. As you said, 21st. 21st, chicken wingers. Got it, Ray. Oh, Lewandowski. It feels good, doesn't it? 48 points. That felt really good. So this was your previous team. Trent obviously keep, Laporte keep. Kimmich, I always have Kimmich, like since I started playing Champions League Fantasy like 3 years ago. I've always had him. But this season, because of the value, because he was injured and the value as well of other defenders, I don't have a problem with you keeping him because he plays in midfield. Rudiger, it's okay. Thiago Silva, okay. I think you have way too many Chelsea defenders, Ray. I think you have way too many Chelsea defenders. I think Real Madrid will score in both games. Coman, Sane, Capu. Capu is a good differential. He gets goals and assists and recovery points, so that is a good differential option. And then Lewandowski, Benzema, your two goalkeepers are Mendy, Vlacher. No need to replace Mendy. I'd be very tempted to take out Thiago Silva. I'd be very tempted. Unless you need the money, you can take out, how much is 5.7? Rudiger is 5.9. Not much difference. I'd be very tempted to take out Thiago Silva. I also think having no Cancelo in your team is very risky. I think you're the one who said, let me see. There's something one of you said earlier on about clean sheet. Oh, yeah, so Ezra earlier on said he definitely thinks City will keep a clean sheet against Atletico Madrid. So your team, Ray, I think I'll be tempted to take out Thiago Silva for another Man City defender. Or if you want, maybe even another Liverpool defender like a Robertson, or you could go for Ronaldo from Atletico Madrid. That is probably what I'd do. Obviously, you can take out Haller for someone like Luis Diaz. You already have Salah. You can take out Alvarez for. I'd be even tempted to go for like a Fabinho as a differential. Up to you how many differentials you want to go for. Don't go for way too many differentials. Two are enough. I'd say two are enough. Because if they get eliminated, if you go for way too many Benfica players and they get eliminated, then you have a bit of stuff to do next match day. Who is the Sina says who is the best forward after Lewandowski, Muller, and Benzema? I'd still be tempted to say Vinicius from Real Madrid. But since it's starting today, I think Diaz is a good option away at Benfica for Liverpool. So to answer that, there is Diaz and Vinicius from Real Madrid. Again, if you have one differential, you need like two differentials in your team. I think Benfica will score against Liverpool as well, and I think Nunes could be a good differential. He scored, I think he scored 30 goals this season for Benfica. Nunes. Lopez, how are you, man? Salah, Maris as captain. Salah. Man, that is a hard one because both take penalties. Maris is the first choice penalty taker, and Salah as well. I think City will score 3 goals, and I think Liverpool will score 2. I don't know if that helps you, Lopez. So I still think Atletico Madrid have a slightly better defense than Benfica. I watched Benfica the other day conceding 3 goals to Braga in their league. I'd still say Salah. I think both of them are explosive. I'd still say Salah, but 55% to 45%. Very very close. Ray says I transferred Rudiger to Cancelo, so fine. That's okay as well, as long as you kept one Chelsea defender. That's fine. There's no massive difference in terms of the price for both of them. So I also asked a question to you guys. I have one transfer to go. I'm thinking, should I bring in a second goalkeeper? I only have Rulli playing at the moment. Should I bring in a second goalkeeper, or should I bring in Gundogan? Should I bring in Gundogan, or should I bring in Ronaldo for Moreno? What should I do? And I didn't actually mean Gundogan for Danjuma. I meant Gundogan for Jorginho. So that is what I'm planning to do. I don't think I need a second playing goalkeeper because I don't think there's any team that will keep a clean sheet, to be honest with you. City have a bigger chance. Obviously, Liverpool have a bigger chance, but with the VAR, with the penalties, I think both teams could score, especially being at home for Benfica. I think this is the week for them to score. Gundogan is a good differential option. Mola is a good differential option. Diaz as well, a good differential option. Sina says best under 7.6 midfielder have you already have Danjuma. Two game weeks ago, 2 match days ago, I would say Jorginho, not anymore. I don't think there's way too many. We will be reaching in that position. So I'd say Gundogan, 7.1. He's starting today. I'm also tempted to bring him in for Jorginho. Gundogan Sina, he's starting. He's a massive differential. I don't know how many people are on him, but I'm pretty sure there's not too many people who have him at the moment. Fabinho is on penalties whenever Salah is on the bench, but I think I'm too risky for that one. Midfielder, let's go for Man City midfielders. Even Capu is a good option, but you already have Danjuma. I think going for two Villarreal players when they're playing against Bayern Munich is a bit crazy. So Gundogan is only owned by 5%, and he gets forward very much, especially when Rodri is on the pitch. He will get forward alongside De Bruyne and the likes of Mahrez. So we saw him scoring against Burnley the other day, Gundogan. So Sina Gundogan is a good option. Ezra says team looking good. Not yet though. We don't have too long before the deadline, basically. We only have like less than 50 minutes. So I'm really tempted to bring in Gundogan or Danjuma for Jorginho. I could also go for Ronaldo instead of Moreno. I think I need City players. I think I need two forward City players or something. Ronaldo against Man City. City have the potential of scoring 4 goals there, obviously. I literally have 1.9 million in the bank. I'm not a fan of keeping Jorginho, but you never know. He could start and they could get 2 penalties. That's the problem. Jorginho is on penalties and he rarely misses those penalties. So I am so confused at the moment. So confused. Let me check how the poll is doing in terms of captaincy. Any other questions, keep sending in your questions. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new as well. We are close to 1,000. Can I actually see the poll? I did ask which player are you captaining, like from which team? Man City, Liverpool, Benfica, Atletico Madrid player. Some people would go massively differential and go for someone like a Griezmann. I think it's too risky though. Let me see how the poll is doing. For some reason, I can't see it. One transfer to make, I'll drag it to the last minute. Honestly, I'll definitely drag it to the last minute. Let's see. Let's see how the poll is doing in terms of captaincy. Thank you for the likes and everyone tuning in. Let's check here. Gundogan problem he isn't nailed at all. He is starting today though, Sina. He's in the starting lineup. But for the next match day, obviously, he's not in the starting lineup. If you're thinking about the next match day, then he's definitely not nailed. But he's starting. He's starting today, Sina. I definitely put in a poll. Literally not sure I can't see the poll. So Gundogan is starting, Sina. I think is a good option. So Man City player, 44% of you guys said you should captain a Man City player. 50% said Liverpool player, 0% said Benfica player, and 6% said Atletico Madrid player. Interesting. I don't know if I should go without an Atletico Madrid player at all, but I don't know if Bernardo Silva will give me everything I want in terms of City's attack. Sterling is a guy I would have wanted in, but I can only get him in if I take out Havertz. So Moreno, Jorginho for. I think having 3 Chelsea players is way too much, unless you consider them definite favorites for tomorrow. I could also go for a second choice goalkeeper, but I'm not a fan of that at all. So I'm so super confused as well, super confused of who to go for. 4 City players, it's a bit too much as well, playing against Atletico away next week. I don't have any Atletico Madrid players. Gundogan. Gundogan could obviously be subbed off at any time as well. But Jorginho, how many games has Jorginho started recently? He played 74 minutes against Lille. He didn't play the previous game against Lille. He didn't play the previous game against Zenit. He got 18 points in matchday 3 because I think he got 2 penalties or something. How many ball recoveries? 32. I don't think it's bad owning Jorginho, but Moreno plays in midfield as well. He has a chance of getting something. I don't know about how fit he is at the moment. Ball recovery is only 7 balls recovered this season. Not good enough at all. So I may be tempted to take out Moreno for Ronaldo. I'm really, really tempted to take out Moreno for Ronaldo. Gundogan, he gets forward so well. I think I might have to do that. I think I'll take out Moreno for Ronaldo. I think that's what I will do. Atletico Madrid, Ronaldo, where are you? Fenders. So done. That is my transfer. That is my transfer. Ronaldo in for Moreno. And that is done. That is my match day 19 complete. That is my match day 19 complete. I decided to go with the 3 City players. I think 4 is a bit too much, so I'll just stick with the 3. So let's first bring in Rulli. So I've gone for 1 goalkeeper. Let's bring in Rulli here for Ulrich. And then also let's bring in Mandava for Rudiger. So tomorrow, 2 Chelsea players coming from the bench and Vinicius as well. It's going to be very, very interesting to see which players I'll take out. I'll confirm. That is my team, guys. My team is done. Any other questions you have, keep sending them in. I will be going for like an hour or something. Just a little bit over an hour. So my team is done. 5 transfers made. That is Rulli in for Donnarumma, Mandava in for Moreno, Cancelo's coming for Mazraoui. The next one is Diaz coming on for Jesus, and also Vinicius coming on for Haller. Those are the 5 transfers. I think I can type them in. 5 transfers. 5 transfers. So Haller, Mazraoui. Who else? Moreno. I don't think Villarreal will do that well against Bayern, so I think it's okay taking him out. Jesus, and what did I take out? What was the last player? Donnarumma. Donnarumma out. Then obviously you can't carry any transfers, by the way, for those who are not aware. You have to use all the 5 transfers. You can't carry any over to the next match day. If you carry them over, they will be lost, and you'll only have 3 transfers next match day, not 4 or 5. So brought in Diaz, Vinicius, Vini, Diaz. All my 5 transfers have been made. Vini, Cancelo, also Mandava. I like calling him Reynald instead of Mandava. Jesus, I brought in Diaz. And I also brought in, last player I brought in is so confusing, by the way. Rulli is the last player I brought in. I'm only going with 1 goalkeeper. First time I've done that. So the 5 transfers I've made are on screen. All the 5 transfers I've made are on screen at the moment. There is Halle out, Mazraoui out as well, Moreno, Jesus, and Donnarumma. I've brought in Vinicius, Cancelo, Reinaldo, Diaz, and Rulli. So took out the 2 Ajax players, the Villarreal player. Jesus is not starting, and also Donnarumma. I've brought in Rulli, Villarreal goalkeeper, Vinicius as my Real Madrid cover, Cancelo covering City's defense, Reinaldo covering Atletico Madrid's defense, and Diaz helping out with Salah in that attack. How many players playing today? 7 players playing today. Lewandowski, Sane, Havertz, Rulli tomorrow. So if any of these players don't get more than 4 points, Vinicius is going to come in, Rudiger as well. Interesting, very, very interesting. Any other questions? Keep sending them in. Hit the like button if you're just joining. Matchday 10 is literally next week. Again, to repeat my predictions, I think City will win by 3-1. I think Liverpool will win by 2-1. I think Chelsea, Real Madrid will be a 1-1 draw. And I think Bayern will also win by 3-1. And that's why I'm a bit gutted I didn't have space for Muller. I think Muller will do well alongside Lewandowski. Hopefully, Sane does cover that gap. Happy with the team. Happy with my team. Mandava is there not for a clean sheet against Man City, for the recovery points. That's why he is there. For the recovery points. Any other transfers you look to make? So Matchday 10 is literally next week and second leg. Yeah, next week, and it's going to be switched up. The teams played on Wednesday will now play on Tuesday, and the teams that played on Tuesday will play on Wednesday. So also the score that you have at the moment, you also kind of need it to be okay for next week. And I would be happy to have Alexander Arnold at home to Benfica. I would be happy to have Reinaldo at home to City. Laporte, Cancelo, maybe one of them. Salah, happy to have him at home against Benfica next week. Bernardo Silva away, maybe not that ideal. Sunday will be at home. Diaz will be at home. Lewandowski will be at home. So the 3 transfers next week, that's where it would help. Like if I'm thinking Diaz might not start, I could go in for another player. Depends. If City, like for example, draw this one 1-1, I'd be tempted to go for a De Bruyne next time. Very interesting. One playing goalkeeper, first time doing that, and the playing goalkeeper is up against Bayern Munich. Hopefully he saves a penalty or something. But if he does that, it means we are losing the points from Lewandowski. Do you think Konate will play for 60 minutes? Yep, I think he will. I think he'll definitely get to 80 minutes. It's an away game. I don't expect it to be easy. I think he will. To get a clean sheet, I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet. I think he'll definitely play more than 60 minutes, though. If you feel like they're going to keep a clean sheet, to answer your first question, he will play for 60 minutes. I don't see anyone else they could really bring. Konate, he didn't play the other day. Matip played against Watford, so it's fresh. No need to be subbed off. So the team news is scrolling down the bottom. The transfers are just there on screen at the moment. Yes, I can do this. Any other questions you have, send them in. So my final team is Rulli in goal, Cancelo, Laporte, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Reinaldo in defense, Salah, Bernardo Silva, Sane, and Havertz in midfield, Lewandowski and Diaz up front. Any player who doesn't perform, Vinicius will be coming on tomorrow, Rudiger will be coming on, and Jorginho as well. Though, I'll not make the transfers immediately. That's the other thing you should also not do. Unless you really know you're going to be busy at that time tomorrow, you don't have time to check your team around that deadline stage tomorrow. You could make the transfers, but for example, I don't want to bring in Jorginho for, let's say, Bernardo Silva if he scores 4 points and then Jorginho doesn't start tomorrow. we get the team news before the substitution deadline tomorrow. So if one player like gets 1 point, I'll definitely take them out for Vinicius and then wait for tomorrow to bring in Rudiger and Jorginho. That's my team. I was trying to debate whether to bring in Mola or Gondwan. I've settled for Reynaldo. I really hope he delivers. He does have a magnificent record in terms of ball recoveries. He is the highest. Any other questions you have, send them in. I do think all the teams will score. I did talk out. We still have 40 minutes to the 30 minutes to the deadline, so I still have videos on the channel. One of them was the secret gems for match day 9. I talked about 3 players who have massive differentials for this week. You can go and check it out. It's the previous video before this. I also had the match day 9 best captains, whoever you want to go for. It will also actually help even after today, because if you're trying to switch the captains tomorrow tomorrow. And then we also have the team selection for match day 9, which you already have in this video at the moment. So I think those 2 others are still relevant in terms of differentials and best captains. So you can go and check them out. You can actually put the link in the chat. Best differentials. Match day 9 secret gems. In case you still have immediate transfers, it could still help you. I think my team is done, and hopefully your teams are done as well. So yeah, it's already Cancelo, Salah, minus captain, who's the best one. I've never really liked going for expensive goalkeepers like Alisson and Ederson. I know they have the potential of keeping like 20 clean sheets in the FPL and maybe even 7 clean sheets in the Champions League or something, 6 or 7. But I usually feel like you can get cheaper players around and get use that money elsewhere, basically. I literally did a video about secret gems and I couldn't get any one of them in. It's going to damage me. 3 City players. This video I did back when the draw was made. I think I still have it here. In terms of how many players you should be looking to have in each game. And I said at least 4 players in the Chelsea Real Madrid player. I don't even know if I followed the rules myself. I have Rudiger, Jorginho, Havertz, Vinicius. So spot on. I have 4 players from that match. I said from the Man City Atletico Madrid game, at least 3 players. I do have Cancelo, Laporte, Bernardo Silva, and also Reynaldo. So I went to for 4. Villarreal, Bayern, I said 4 players. I have Lewandowski, Sane, Rulli, and Ulrich. So still 4 players for that game. And from the Benfica Liverpool game, I said 4 players. I have Trent, Salah, and Diaz. I couldn't really get any Benfica players, so I'm happy to have 3 from that game. The 4th one could be Nunes, could be any of those. Relaxing Central, nice seeing you. Should I get Mahrez or Sterling? Sterling is like 1 million more. Mahrez, you've already given the first reason is more expensive. Number 2, Mahrez is on penalties, always on penalties, especially in the Champions League, and they could easily get one. So Mahrez is fantastic in the Champions League, so that is easier, very easy option. And I'd imagine Mahrez starts again next week. I cannot guarantee you Sterling starts again next week, the second leg. That is a transfer you can save yourself for next week. I would go for Mahrez, and I also think Mahrez has the higher ownership. So if he scores and you don't have him, it will damage you. But if you have Sterling and then he scores and no one else has him, it could also obviously benefit you. But for me, Mahrez, you'll go for Mahrez. Salah captain. Am I tempted to change that? I don't really think so. I'll just keep it on him. He disappointed me on FPL the other day, not scoring against Watford. Thank you for all the questions. I don't know how many clean sheets I'm expecting. I'm literally expecting Cancelo, Laporte, Alexander-Arnold to get me attacking returns, and I'm expecting Ronaldo to get me recovery points. I'm not expecting too many clean sheets. Obviously, if Man City and Liverpool both keep a clean sheet, well and good. Fantastic. And then Salah and Diaz deliver, I'll be very happy. Already for next week, what I'll be looking to do for next week is to get in a second goalkeeper, take out Ulrich, and then maybe take out Jorginho. It depends. Keita, Rodri, and Thiago are cheap. I think that I'll get one there. How about I give you a better option, Rodri? Rodri, better option than Rodri and Thiago and Keita. Fabinho sometimes takes penalties when Salah is not on the pitch. He even took a penalty over the weekend when Salah was not on the pitch. And he also goes forward for the crosses in the corners. Keita doesn't. Thiago can get you an assist, but Thiago is one of those players who will get you the assist before the assist. He'll pass the ball to Trent, and then Trent will cross it for Salah, and then you don't really get the assist. I don't know how much cheaper they are than Fabinho. Personally, I'd go for Fabinho, but from those three you've given, that's a tough one. Probably Rodri. I'd still go for Rodri. I usually find myself trusting Man City more for some reason. Let's check how much those Liverpool players you gave are. Is Keita starting, by the way? I have the team is scrolling down the bottom. Not sure. Ronaldo, Diaz, and Rulli. How are you, Dravidan, man? Hope you're doing well. So Liverpool players, Liverpool midfielders. Thiago is how much is Thiago midfielders? Thiago is 6.2. Keita is 6.1. Keita is not fit though, he's not. I'd actually go for Fabinho myself if I was trying to choose a cheap midfielder. I'd go for Fabinho, relaxing central. Hopefully Diaz. This is the first time I'm owning Diaz in any kind of fantasy game, so hopefully delivers. Dravidan, will Jota play? Nope, he's on the bench. He'll probably come on for the last 20 minutes or something. So no for Jota. I knew he was not going to play. That's why I waited until today to make the transfer and to get Diaz in instead. Sina asks, Captain De Bruyne or Mahrez or Cancelo, even Van Dijk. Mahrez, and then second option De Bruyne, and then third option Cancelo, and then fourth option Van Dijk. I think I focus on the attack first. As I said, I think all teams will score. Seriously, I think all the teams will score. So for Van Dijk, you're kind of hoping for an attacking return or something. I think Benfica will get on the score sheet. So De Bruyne second, Mahrez first. Mahrez is on penalties. He is on corners sometimes. He can score from any angle. I think he's City's top scorer in the Champions League since last season, and he's actually City's top scorer this season as well. So definitely would go for Mahrez. I don't have Mahrez there in my team, so I've gone for Salah. And I think actually not owning Mahrez will be a bit of a kill for me. I couldn't get him in though unless I took out Havertz, and I'm happy to have Havertz tomorrow against Real Madrid. Havertz against Real Madrid. I'm happy to have him. Sina says, "What's your rank?" Good question. I need to check that. I know I had like it's 36K at the moment. I think last time I was like on 80K, climbed all the way to 36K. My target is obviously there's still like 5-6 game weeks or match days, so I'm hoping that gets like 2,000, 3,000, hopefully. My team has actually done very well for most of the weeks. There's only like one week that really killed me. The week I didn't have Salah, and I think it's good. Let me just show you. Because getting 94 points in the last match day, great. Getting 94 points before that as well, great. There's the week I got to 109 points. Can I get the week? I think it was match day 5. Yeah. Match day 5 when I got 39 points. That week absolutely killed me. That week killed me when one of the reasons was changing captain from Lewandowski to Vinicius, who was playing on the second day. He didn't score. That killed me in that week. Um, Even though I had different differentials like Skriniar and Diego Carlos, Mahrez didn't perform, Danjuma didn't perform, Jorginho didn't perform, Aspilicueta didn't perform, Alonso didn't play, Okafor didn't play, Testanoglu didn't play. And to make it worse in that week, I think Salah went crazy. I don't know which team he played that week. I don't remember, but he did well in that week, basically. So match day 5 is where it went downhill for me, but I've managed to pick it up. So I'm hoping to keep it. If I can get another 94, I'll be very happy with that. Last season, I did finish, I think it was 445 or something, around 445 or 455, around that last season. Dravidan says, will any defenders get a clean sheet? I'm going to say no. Can I give you guys my predictions again? Manchester City 3, Atletico Madrid 1, Benfica 1, Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1, Real Madrid 1, Villarreal 1, Bayern 3. So I guess no clean sheets, Dravidan. But the team that is most likely to keep one, I'd say, is Liverpool. For Man City, they have Stones and Ake playing at the back. So I don't think Benfica will not have any chances at all. I think they'll have like 2 or 3 chances. So they can definitely score against Liverpool. I don't think Atletico Madrid don't have any chances against Man City at all. I think Felix has been on top form for Atletico Madrid, and Atletico Madrid have done well the last 1 month. So I'm guessing all teams will score, both Benfica and Atletico Madrid. So we are kind of hoping for Cancelo to get an attacking return, Laporte to get he always scores, they end up scoring. Ronaldo as well. Keep sending in your questions. You're going to go for another like 10 minutes. If you're new, subscribe. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, like 100 and something away. Any thoughts about Benzema? I love he turns up in the Champions League. I think Lewandowski is the one guy I really trust in terms of giving the captaincy like for every season. I think Benzema is the second one where I know he's going to deliver. I know if Real Madrid score, it's going to be him. He scores penalties. The other day he had 3 penalties to take against Celta Vigo. 3. He scored 2, he missed 1. So if they get those kind of penalties, like number of penalties against Chelsea, I'm happy to own him, although I don't have him because I already have Lewandowski and I already have Vinicius in the team. So not owning Benzema and Mahrez does scare me for sure. Not owning any of them is not ideal. Any. So let me run through my team one more time. Let me do this. Let me run through my team one more time. In goal, I have Rulli. The back four, I have Laporte, Cancelo, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Mandava. In midfield, I have Salah, Bernardo Silva, Sane, and Havertz, and then Diaz, Lewandowski. Up front, Vinicius, Rudiger, Jorginho on the bench just in case they are needed tomorrow. Relaxing Central is going all in. That's what you love to see, Relaxing Central. You only have one life to live. It's time to go all in. Starting 11, Laporte, Cancelo, Trent, Van Dijk, Salah, Silva, Mahrez, Fabinho, Diaz. That's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. and Mendy and Lewandowski striker tomorrow. So yeah, you've definitely gone all in. So you have Laporte, Cancelo, two City defenders, and two City midfielders, Mars and Bernardo Silva. You've gone four players from Man City. You've gone for Van Dijk and Trent, two Liverpool defenders, and also Salah and Fabinho. Wait, those are five Liverpool players. Trent, Van Dijk, Salah, Fabinho, Diaz. Not possible. Those are five Liverpool players. Centrally, it is possible. It is possible, right? No, it's not. It's supposed to be four players maximum. It is four players maximum. Am I dreaming? It actually does change every single match day. I think there's a time you're allowed three players from one team and then four and then five. I'm so confused. Is it five players maximum this match day? I need to go back to the rules. I seriously need to go back to the rules. I feel like it's four. I don't know. It could be five for the quarterfinal. It could be five for the quarterfinal. So yeah, you've really gone all in. If it's five, you've gone all in. Five Liverpool players. My goodness. I think it was four for, yeah, it's five. It was four for the last stage and five for this, and then six for the next stage, and then eight for the next stage. So it does change every single match day. Interesting. So five Liverpool players from relaxing central: Fabinho, Diaz, Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk. And you've also gone for Mendy and Lewandowski tomorrow. So you've really trusted Liverpool and Man City. I'm really hoping it works out for you. No Atletico Madrid players, no Benfica players, not too many Chelsea or Bayern players. You've gone all in. So what are you looking for, relaxing central? Are you looking for a 3-0 Liverpool? Are you looking for Liverpool and Man City to both keep clean sheets, even if the games end 0-0? Or are you looking for them to score as many goals as possible, even if they concede 2 or 3 goals? Are you looking for goals from them or clean sheets mostly? Thank you, Dravid. And I hope you've joined the league, by the way. When I do the reaction stream tomorrow, I'll be going through the guys who come to the chat and have the team in the league. The code is in the description. It's always in the description. Should be like the fat section of the description. So definitely happy with that. I hope clean sheet because all my defenders are from City and Liverpool. Makes sense. Yeah, you still have the likes of Lewandowski could come on. So clean sheet for relaxing central. That was fun, guys. As always, there is 9 match days in a row streaming before the deadline. Absolutely loving it. So thank you guys for joining. Going to be interesting. And obviously, you can check the community tab after this. You can check the comment section of this video after this. I will do. I might do. I don't know if I would do a substitution. Like anyway, if you need to make subs, like substitution to your team, like who to take out and who to bring in, just check the comment section of this particular stream. I'll update the comment section after today's games. No problem, Central. Thank you for everyone joining, Central, Dravidan, Sina, Ezra, Ray, Saha. I appreciate you guys joining in. Really, really appreciate it. And everyone else who joined in and also liked the video. Let's enjoy the game. The games are starting in the next 50 minutes. It's going to be really, really good. That is my team. For today's players, I'm hoping for at least 60 points. For tomorrow, at least another 30. Let's hope for 90 points this match day. Hit the like button. Catch up with you guys on the next one.